Hi class 7, welcome back to the maths class once again. So today we are going to start with a new topic, that is the pair of lines, okay, and what kind of angles that they can make. Okay, so look at the first diagram out here. Two lines are there, that is L and M, and they are intersecting each other, okay, or they are crossing each other at the point O. So what we can say, what kind of lines they are? Intersecting lines, because they are intersecting each other at a definite point. Now what kind of angles they can make? From here we can find vertically opposite angles. After this, we are going to talk about the parallel lines. Now, parallel lines, we know from there we can understand something which are parallel to each other. Now, what this term parallel states for? When two lines, say a railway track, two lines, they are going side by side, two straight lines going side by side, and they are not going to intersect, or they are not going to touch each other at any point. So, that kind of lines, they are called parallel lines when they are maintaining a certain distance between each other. Okay, and which kind of angles are forming? There are no angles it can form, because it is not at all touching each other at any point. That is the main criteria of forming a angle, right? So here in this figure, as L and M both are parallel to each other. Alright, now coming to the third type of lines, this is called transversal line, where L and M both are two different straight lines and both are in two different planes. Here you can see they are not parallel to each other. So this line P, it is cutting, or it is crossing, or we can say it is intersecting the line L and M in two different planes. Okay, so in two different planes you can see that P is cutting L at different position, while it is cutting the M in different position. So we can put their name as O and P out here. So P is cutting L at O and M at P. Both are in two different planes. Okay, and this line P, that we can call them as transversal line, because it's transversing two different other lines. Now what kind of angles we can find from here? We can find two major angles called interior angles and exterior angles. Okay, so here, from here we can find interior angles and exterior angles. Now we are going to talk about this interior angle and exterior angle in a bit detail. Now we are magnifying the transversal lines. Okay, so you can see that here that transversal line has been magnified to take or to understand some of the more angles formed out from there. So two major angles that are forming from there are the interior angle and the exterior angles. So which are the interior angles? First of all, the word interior means inside and exterior means outside. Okay, so in this case, out there in the figure you can see the angles that are forming. First of all, when line P is transversing L, it is making four angles, and when it is transversing, or when it is intersecting line M, it is forming furthermore four angles. So I have named all the four angles for P when it is cutting the L into 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so angle 1, 2, 3, 4. Here for the next side there are 5, 6, 7 and 8. Alright, now look at this very carefully. 3, 4, angle 3 and angle 4, 5 and 6. This 4 angle, it is residing between two lines. Okay, so we can say they are interior, while 4 more angles, that is 1, 2, 7, 8, they are lying outside. They are exposed to the outer environment. So we can say they are exterior or they are staying outside. So that is how we understand which are the interior angles, which are the exterior angles. So from here you also can say which are the interior angles. Yes, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the interior angles. So we are going to write it down. Angle 3, angle 4, 5 and 6 are the interior angle. While which are the exterior angles? 1, 2, 7, 8. 1, 2, 7 and 8. Okay. Now these two are the broad classification of the angles. Now if we are taking more precise, we are watching more intricately inside these angles, we can find 3 more angles. Okay. What they are called? First of all, first one is corresponding angle. Now which are corresponding angles? So here you can see that angle 1 and angle 5. So their position is pretty similar to each other. How? They are just lying in the vertex of the transversal and 2 lines, right? So we can say they are corresponding to each other. Similarly, what kind of angle you are going to get? Similar type of 4 and 8, 2 and 6, 3 and 7. So we can say this kind of paired angles, they are corresponding to each other. So they are corresponding angles. So I am just going to write it down. Angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 4, angle 8. And the last set, that is angle 3 and angle 7. Okay. Now alternate. How we are going to understand the alternate angle? The easiest way of understanding an alternate angle is Z. Look at this Z. I have written a Z. Now this angle which is present in the vertex of the corner of the Z's are the alternate angle. So we have to find the Z among these transversal lines. So if we are finding which are the Z's, okay. So from here we can understand 1Z, okay. So this is 1Z. From there we are going to find out angle 3, angle 5. Understand? So angle 3 and angle 5 is one pair of alternate angle. Another one is this Z, okay. So from this Z, what we are going to find? Angle 4 and angle 6. Okay. By this way, we are going to find which are the alternate angles, and there you can find many types of or many pairs of alternate angle in one figure. Okay. Now coming to the another type of angle that we can find in pair, that is co-interior angle. So from there you can understand that co and interior. So co means something who are in join or pair, and interior. So interior angle, what are the interior angles? These two and these two are the interior angles. And which angles they are lying side by side? They are called the co-interior angles, like 3, 6, 4 and 5. Okay, so let's jot them out. Angle 3 and 6, angle 4 and angle 5. So they are the co-interior angles. Now one thing more to say lastly, that is the corresponding angles, the pair we are finding in the corresponding angle, these pairs are always equal to each other. Like angle 5 is equal to angle 1, that means angle 1 is equal to angle 5. If this is 40 degree, this is also 40 degree. Okay, like way. So angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Similar way, corresponding angles are equal to each other. Similarly, alternate angles are also equal to each other. Like this angle 3 is equal to angle 5. angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Okay, so this way we can say that alternate angles, the degree or the measure of the alternate angles are equal to each other. But in case of co-interior angles, they are supplementary to each other. That means the summation of these two is equal to 180 degree. That means we can say that angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree, and similar goes for angle 4 and angle 5 also. Okay, so these are the properties and these are some of the basics for based on which we are going to do our exercise next. So this is it for this class. I hope you all have understand. So let's see each other in our next video. Till then, thank you.